Mental health court in Tahlequah is designed for criminal defendants whose mental health relates to their criminal case. Instead of treating the case only as a punishment issue, mental health court focuses on treatment, supervision, accountability, and reducing the chance that the person returns to the criminal justice system. Mental health court is not the same as having the case dismissed immediately. It is also not the same as simply telling the judge that the defendant has a mental health diagnosis. A person must qualify, be approved, follow program rules, attend court reviews, participate in treatment, and comply with supervision requirements. What is mental health court? Oklahoma law describes mental health court as a judicial process that uses specially trained court personnel to move the case forward and explore alternatives to incarceration for certain offenders with mental illness, developmental disability, or co-occurring mental illness and substance abuse disorder. In simple terms, it is meant to address the problem behind the criminal conduct. If untreated mental illness, developmental disability, trauma, or a co-occurring substance abuse issue contributed to the case, the court may use treatment and supervision instead of relying only on jail or prison. Mental health court is still a criminal court program. Mental health court does not mean the criminal case disappears. The defendant is still under court supervision. The judge, prosecutor, defense attorney, treatment providers, probation or supervision officers, and court staff may all be involved. The court expects the participant to follow orders, attend appointments, take required medication if prescribed, avoid new criminal charges, complete treatment, report as directed, and appear for court reviews. The goal is treatment and stability, but the program still has rules and consequences. Who may qualify? Eligibility depends on the charge, the person's history, public safety concerns, treatment needs, and approval by the district attorney. Oklahoma law excludes certain serious offenses from mental health court eligibility, and entry into the program depends on prior approval of the district attorney. A person may be considered when there is evidence of a mental illness, developmental disability, or a substance abuse disorder. However, a diagnosis alone does not guarantee acceptance. The court will look at whether the person fits the program and whether treatment-based supervision is a safe option. How does someone get into mental health court? A person may be referred by a defense attorney, prosecutor, judge, treatment provider, probation officer, jail staff, or another person involved in the case. After referral, the person may be screened to determine whether they meet program requirements. The process may include reviewing the charge, criminal history, mental health records, substance abuse history, treatment needs, risk level, and whether the district attorney agrees to the person entering the program. If the person is accepted, the court will explain the conditions and expectations. What happens after acceptance? After acceptance, the participant usually begins a structured program. This may include counseling, medication management, case management, substance abuse treatment, random drug testing, regular court appearances, meetings with supervision officers, and compliance with a treatment plan. The participant may have to report progress to the judge. At review hearings, the court may discuss attendance, treatment compliance, drug or alcohol testing, employment, housing, medication, new arrests, and overall stability. The court uses rewards and sanctions. Mental health court usually uses both incentives and sanctions. If the participant follows the rules, attends treatment, stays sober when required, and makes progress, the court may give encouragement, reduce reporting requirements, advance the person through program phases, or move the case toward successful completion. If the participant misses appointments, stops treatment, fails drug tests, violates court orders, or picks up new charges, the court may impose sanctions. Sanctions may include more frequent court reviews, increased supervision, community service, treatment changes, short jail sanctions, or termination from the program. What is the goal? The goal is to reduce repeat criminal conduct by stabilizing the person's mental health and connecting them with treatment. The program tries to address the underlying condition instead of cycling the person through jail, release, relapse, and rearrest. This can help defendants who are willing to participate in treatment and who can comply with the court's expectations. It can also help the community by encouraging accountability while reducing future criminal justice involvement. Mental health court is different from competency. Mental health court should not be confused with competency to stand trial. Competency asks whether a defendant is legally able to understand the proceedings and assist their attorney. Mental health court usually applies when the person is competent enough to proceed but has mental health needs that may be better addressed through a treatment court program. A person can have a mental illness and still be competent. A person can also be incompetent and need a separate legal process before the criminal case can move forward. These are different issues and should be reviewed carefully by an attorney. If you're facing criminal charges and mental health is part of the situation, speak with a criminal defense attorney.